Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Matthew chapter 11 verses 28. Hello, beautiful family. A very warm welcome back to the Lovystouch food channel. Thank you so much for coming back. I do have this strong feeling that you are craving right now for this delicious dry puff or dry Bofrot. We are going straight to the streets of Ghana and we're going to make this lovely, chewy and very tasty dry Bofrot or puff. So if you're interested, please keep watching. So please, let's go through the ingredients one after the other. I'm going to be using 3 cups of all-purpose flour. If you are in Ghana, please use soft flour for this, okay? To that, I'm going to be using 2 eggs, 1/4 cup of sugar. The sugar also depends on how sweet you want it, okay? Go ahead and adjust it to your preference. I also have 14 grams of instant dry yeast and 1 cup of milk. I will also use a teaspoon of nutmeg, which is very, very important for this recipe, okay? Do not omit it. It gives it that delicious flavor. And I also have a teaspoon of salt and about 3 tablespoons of some margarine. You can use butter as well, and 1/2 cup of lukewarm water. So now let's go ahead and mix everything together. I'm going to go ahead and make sure that the flour does not have any lumps, and to ensure that, you will need your whisk or your sieve to do this, okay? So once I'm done stirring everything together, I'll then begin by adding my salt and nutmeg, and make sure you mix it very, very well so that it's evenly distributed. And I'll go in with my sugar. This next step is very important because right after my sugar, I will be adding my dried instant yeast. Now, the dry instant yeast and the sugar really works well together. It is always advisable to add the sugar and the yeast together because it helps activate the yeast faster, rather than salt. Salt will deactivate it immediately. So please take very good note of that. It's very important. So now I'm going to add all my wet ingredients. I'm beginning with my 2 eggs and then add all the milk. Preferably, you may use evaporated milk or even milk powder. These two make this dish even more tastier. But I went with the whole milk because that's what I have at home. So I'll go ahead and mix everything well together. And now it's going to join all my dried ingredients. Okay. This is where the help of your whisk come to an end. You may want to set that aside and go in with your lovely hands. Stir everything to combine until you achieve that beautiful texture. So for the 3 cups of flour, the 1 cup of milk wasn't able to give me the texture. So I went in with a tiny little bit of lukewarm water. Please make sure you don't add too much because it's going to end up being runny. And mind you, we are doing the dried puff, not the wet one, okay? And our very last ingredient, which is the margarine, goes in now. And you just want to make sure you stir and mash it very, very well. As you see on your screens, you want it to be very dry and very stretchy. Same time, you want it to be very soft. So you just want to make sure that you have the right texture. Okay, if you use the measurement, you're going to achieve the perfect texture ever. And everything is also listed below in the description box. So now it's time for us to knead our dough. Kneading our dough is going to bring a lot of gluten and stretchiness to this dough, and that is what we're going to do. With that, you want to sprinkle a lot more of your flour on a very nice and flat surface, and just go in with your hands as you see me do on the screens, okay? And very important to also slap it on the surface as you see me do. I did it for about 10 minutes. It really helps bring out that stretchiness out. Just look how beautiful this dough is looking already. Continue to slap it on the surface for constantly 10 minutes. All right. That was a very good hand workout right there. I enjoyed that process a lot. So once you've achieved that gluten texture, you can now decide to allow this dough to rest for about 30 minutes just so that it becomes easier and softer for you to cut. But I went ahead to do the cuttings right away because I did not have too much time, which works anyway. Okay. Mind you, after cutting all your doughs and shaping them, you are going to allow it to double up in size. So you just want to make sure that you are not going to cut big portions because you're going to end up with very huge Bofrot, which is not quite attractive. At least that's what I think. But if you love it to be very huge, then go ahead and cut it right from the onset. Okay, I love my Bofrot to be like this, okay, not too big, not too small as well, because once you fry it, it's also going to double up once again. So you want to please keep that in mind. And once they double up in size, when they are a bit closer, you see me that I'm using the scissors to just separate them. It's also good to give them a very good space, just space them out enough. Now it's time for us to fry. Make sure that the oil is very well heated, and taking them is not difficult when you have some oil on your hands. It's just so easy to take them out. And make sure that the oil is nice and warm before you start to drop your Bofrot. These are so good. I love the frying process because it's just so therapeutic. Look how they are floating on top, just like the small baby spotters. They are so soft and just so nice to see, isn't it? So you just want to go ahead and be turning them once they're frying, just so that they don't end up burning on one side and completely white on the other side. So you just want to be turning them and fry each and every one for about 5 minutes on each side, and you're good to go. But in between, you want to be turning it, okay? It is so fun to fry these. I just absolutely love them. Look how beautiful and golden brown the color is. Once you're done with the first batch, go ahead, fry the second, the third, until you're done with all your lovely Bofrot. They are so good, so tasty, and just so delicious. So this brings us to the end, family. The aroma here is amazing, especially the nutmeg. It's hitting different on every side. What would you like to pair this with? I love it with some groundnuts or peanuts. They're so good. You can even pair with your house cocoa and any porridge of choice. They're so good, and I love you to try it, and I believe you're going to absolutely love it. Not forgetting your fine ice or fine yogurt or some ice cream hits on different notes. It's so good. Thanks so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this recipe, and please do save it and try it for me. You're going to absolutely love it so much. Do not forget, however, to give me a thumbs up, share to a few friends and family. And if this is your first time here, hello darling, my name is Lovia from Lovystouch. My main goal here is to cheer you up into making your own delicious meal right at the comfort of your home. I also love to share kitchen related motivational videos, so please come on board and subscribe for more amazing recipes like this every week. Thank you so very much, family, for watching once again, and please do not forget that you are so beautiful just the way you are. See you in my next one. Have a blessed day. Bye.